Friends, welcome once again to our program Nostalgia, in which we talk about the days gone by and then how perhaps we are able to correlate with the past, with the present, and perhaps with some implications on the future as well. We are talking to two gentlemen. One is in Canada, the other one is in Mumbai, India. Mukul Mishra and Pankaj Kapoor. Gentlemen, welcome back to the third episode that we're doing together.
Thank you. I'm here.
Thank you.
So, we left at a very crucial point in the previous program, Mickey. So, I would request you to continue from where you left.
Yeah, like I was saying, the responsibilities, and when I use the word teacher, I'm kind of confining myself to teachers in, say, elementary, middle school, or maybe up to high school. Okay, and so the kind of environment that teachers face here, and I'm talking from the Canadian perspective, is like I mentioned before, they have to deal in a manner that is beneficial to all in terms of the social aspects that the student brings to the classroom. Okay. Now, mind you, these teachers are not trained for that. These teachers, they are trained, they have a teacher's training. They are trained to teach, not to be psychologists or counselors. Those are specialized fields. And that has made the life of a teacher really tough over here. And unfortunately, in a lot of cases, when I mentioned before about parents not having the same kind of influence or trust in the teachers, yet anything goes wrong with the student, the blame goes squarely on the teachers and the school. So, the teachers are between a rock and a hard place, literally, and I don't envy them, I consider teaching to be, and not because I come from a family of teachers, but a really noble profession, so to speak, especially in these times, in this society in Canada.
Great. Now, Mickey, what you said, Pankaj, let's extrapolate that to the Indian circumstances.
Well, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in India. Because India, unfortunately, still the teachers are one of the most poorly paid people of the society. They still do not get as well paid as probably in Canada. I don't know how well they are paid in Canada.
Oh, they are paid extremely well. Yeah,
that is something which we don't have in India, especially in the early stages of life, where what Mickey is saying. So I don't think they are paid very well here, and hence we cannot expect them to perform as beautifully as they do in Canada. And I am not exposed to that kind of education. I only teach professionals. So in the higher professional field, I don't think we need to worry about the psychology part, because those people are already working.
Correct.
I take MBA students. I teach people who have already been working for 5-6 years. They come out and do executive MBA, or they're doing maritime law. I teach those kind of people. But in the initial stages, I don't think that is very much applicable in India. They are very poorly paid, and we should not expect anything out of those teachers to perform as beautifully as they do in Canada.
Well, I tend to agree with you, Pankaj. But let me add here where I want you to focus again. The relationship, I think, is always a triangle. That is, the parents should also be an important part of this teaching, where the teacher, the parent, and the student, in order to build a good teacher-student relationship. And that's what probably Mickey was saying earlier on, that because of the faith that parents used to have earlier on the teachers was absolutely tremendous. Nowadays, I really don't see that relationship.
You're absolutely right.
Mickey, Pankaj.
Yeah, well, that is true. That I think we discussed in the very first episode, that we are going through a generation which is, like Mickey said, we are for the teachers, applicable equally for the teachers. We are WhatsApp generation, a digital generation. So you don't have that much of interaction with the students or the parents, and hence the relation is not developed. That triangle is not developed. So that could be one of the reasons. And now with this COVID thing coming, that relation is becoming even worse. Everything is happening online now.
I was just going to say that. Yes, that is even worse than that. Yes.
Everything is online.
This COVID you mentioned interestingly, By the way, for the benefit of the listener, at the moment I am sitting in Saudi Arabia. Mukul Misra has woken up some time back in Canada, and Pankaj is preparing for his evening tea in Mumbai. Interestingly, this is exactly why we are there, because of the COVID, because everything in a way has been in a disarray. However, certain things have changed and certain things have evolved. To what extent the teacher-student relationship will evolve, or will it further deteriorate? I presume only time can tell. But yes, quick opinion of yours, Pankaj, on that?
Well, it's only speculation. We don't know how things will move. We don't know what will be the world situation, or rather situation in the countries after 3 months or 4 months. We don't see any way out of this COVID as of today. Just a few days back, our Prime Minister has once again warned the people to stay indoors and go out only if it is necessary. So it's purely speculation. We can't say what will happen after 3-4 months. But I don't see it. I don't see we getting out of this situation in near future. At least not another 3-4 months.
Mickey, I am reminded of a very interesting thing, and Pankaj will also perhaps agree with me. Without Josie's bend down, I really don't know how education is going to be.
Yeah, but unfortunately, those days are gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those days are gone. I mean, you try to do that now, even to a smaller extent. Teachers will be charged with assault.
Yeah.
But I'm sure both of you would remember Josie's office, and how when you would be in the gallery, you would hate to be on your heels, you will be on your toes.
Absolutely. I still remember the cane that he used to keep in his side drawer. It was a little slot he had on the side. This long cane that he used to keep there. Oh, yeah. But, you mentioned about this COVID, and let's even... I'm just confining to the issue of teachers and students. I mean, with this online learning, at least the biggest fear here right now is the social divide that it is creating, because, every student or every student's family are not equipped with the same kind of high-speed internet access or with the technology to do that. So the government is trying. I mean, they have given anybody who needs it, they have given iPads or Chromebooks to all the students. I'm talking about in elementary and middle schools. And the cable companies are giving free data access, to students who need it. But this is a big fear that some people may be left behind in this online learning because they don't have the wherewithal at home.
Great. That was nice talking to you, gentlemen. And I hope we could have continued, but I'm afraid time doesn't allow me to do that. Thank you very much, both of you, Mukul Misra and Pankaj Kapoor. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Rizvi, and bye, Mickey.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, Mickey.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And to all the listeners, this was Mukul Misra and Pankaj Kapoor talking about the teacher-student relationship and how perhaps the past may not be seen in the future, and perhaps how the future may be totally different from what was in the past. Otherwise, everything remains a conjecture whether this is going to impact personality development, etc., etc. Well, thank you very much for being with us. And till the time we meet again, Abdul Rizvi says, take care and bye-bye.